Okay, over my shoulder is the Ten Commandments. Actually, that is the actual Ten Commandments from the 1980 case from Kentucky, Stone v. Graham, where the U.S. Supreme Court determined that the Ten Commandments could no longer be displayed in school classrooms. In fact, in their explanation, they said, well, if the display of the Ten Commandments were to have any effect at all, it would be to induce the school children to read and meditate upon, perhaps even to venerate and obey the commandments, and that is not constitutional. Now, it seems rather far-fetched for the Supreme Court to say that students obeying the Ten Commandments is not constitutional. I mean, really far-fetched. One of the things that we are trying to do is working with First Liberty, a religious liberty First Amendment law firm. They've actually been the ones that have won cases at the U.S. Supreme Court helping defend religious liberty. And because of some of the recent Supreme Court rulings, there's been some significant changes in the legal sphere in our nation. And it's allowed an opportunity to go back and restore some basic foundational things that were part of education from the beginning that have only been removed in the last couple of decades. Now, the idea from the Ten Commandments, just for historic context, they were part of classrooms from the Pilgrims up until 1980. That's virtually nearly all of American educational history. It's really only been in the more modern era that we have told kids that they're not allowed to see things like the Ten Commandments. And if we think about practically speaking, are we seeing students that are maybe more emotionally and mentally healthy, that have a really good moral foundation, or have we seen a greater decay in rising generations that are struggling to find truth and even understand what morality is? This is what was understood in early America, is we want to have a moral code to help people know what right and wrong is, but even the basis of our moral law or law of all Western Hemisphere, American judicial practices have been based on the Ten Commandments. The history and tradition of our nation, both legally and even educationally, derives and outgrowths from the principles of the Ten Commandments. What we are doing is going to reteach the foundation of America from the Pilgrims to 1980, how the Bible, the Ten Commandments, were foundational parts of our academic and educational institutions, and we can once again restore those things back in America today.